When I was 15 years old, my high school best friend and I pinky swore that the second we turn 18, we would pack up all our shit, leave our small town of St. Cloud, Minnesota, and move to New York City. We made this promise sitting in her large, overly pink bedroom that was plastered with Katy Perry and Beyoncé posters. It was 2014, after all. We were probably jamming out to One Direction when Quinn abruptly made me swear we'd be best friends forever. I laughed at her. We had matching friendship necklaces. If that didn't show I was in it for life, I don't know what would have. But I swore anyway. We had it all planned out. She was going to Columbia and, realistically, I would probably end up at NYU. We'd live in a small, possibly dingy apartment and live out our 15-year-old selves' fantasy. Small town girl moves away from her whole family and to the big city with her best friend. It's a movie in the making. However, plans change. One day, we've swore to move to New York, and the next thing I knew, we were 3 months away from graduation, and Quinn was telling me she's going to California and will be attending Berkeley come that fall. Not Columbia, like we'd planned. I wasn't angry, just upset. It had always been my dream to attend Yale for photography. They were said to have the best program in the States. But I never applied. I applied to Cornell, NYU, Brown, and then, only as a backup, I applied to UMich. So, you can imagine my disappointment when the whole reason I was going to New York in the first place was heading off to California. Luckily, I got into UM, and everything turned out great. I met Sal from being put in the same dorm, then Lane a year later at a party, and I had my brother through it all. The point is, I wouldn't change a thing. I'm so ridiculously thankful that Quinn decided to attend Berkeley and gave me no other option but to head out to Michigan. Because if she had stuck to our plan and attended Columbia, I never would have met my best friends. Sure, Quinn and I had a nice thing going. It was fun and we loved each other a lot, but it was only meant for high school. I know that now as I stand in Sal, Lane and I's kitchen in a chef's hat and apron with a little name tag reading Wills. Sal is in the same outfit, although I paired my apron with pajama pants and a baggy band t-shirt, not a silky pair of Victoria's Secret shorts and a skimpy tank top. Lane is fiddling with her Bluetooth speaker, her apron decorated with little ginger garden gnomes. Yes, it was a birthday gift from me. "All right, ladies, music is set," Sal claps, her long acrylic nails tapping against each other satisfyingly. "And I've fixed us up 2 large jugs of margaritas. Let's get this party started." Even though we live together and spend every waking moment acting like it's girls' night, Wednesdays are reserved for something new or fun. Tuesday equals takeout night. Wednesday equals girls' night. Don't ask me what the difference is. I honestly haven't got a clue. All the paper is in the bowl of truth. So I guess we're good to go? I ask, setting our ugly ceramic piece of crap down on the countertop. The bowl of truth is another weird roommate thing we have. One Wednesday night last year, Sal suggested we go to a make-your-own-pot class. Obviously, it had a twist. It was actually a make-your-own-pot whilst drinking tequila class. We left the pottery place that night with an extremely inappropriately decorated mug, thanks to me, a chipped and distorted toothbrush holder. Thank you, Salma. And the world's ugliest fucking bowl that could ever exist, courtesy of Lainey Lou. After the class had ended and Reese had dropped us back at the apartment, Lane asked us if we liked her bowl enough to use it as a decoration for the kitchen. I just couldn't stand to see that ugly piece of work displayed proudly in my home. So I blurted out some slurred words and basically told Lane that it made me want to burn my eyes off. Sal quickly agreed with me, and then, rather unexpectedly, Lane laughed us off and said that it reminded her of cat shit. That was the night the bowl of truth was born. It was also the night we decided to get a cat. Enter our precious Hermione. All right, bitches. I know we've already gone over the rules, but some of us like to conveniently forget them halfway through our competitions. Lane looks pointedly at Salma. Sal just rolls her eyes and shrugs, the gesture just screaming, "I don't know why she's looking at me like that. You're a little cheat, that's why." I might considering cheating if I wasn't so competitive. Cheating just ruins the joy of winning. Lane calls me a sociopath every time I say that. God knows why. Rule number 1, whatever course you pick out of the bowl is the course you cook. No do-overs. Rule 2, we each have our scorecards. You have to rank each meal out of 10 truthfully. None of that sugarcoating bullcrap. And finally, Rule 3, whoever ends tonight the most sober has to do the dishes. Sal didn't make 2 pitches of margaritas for nothing. I'm expecting blackout drunkenness tonight, ladies. Oh, fucking hell. I have to be up at 6 tomorrow for an early practice. Kill me. Now. I can already tell I'm going to have a rough Thursday morning. Now, Lane takes the bowl of truth off the counter. Seeing as I'm running the show this evening, I'll pick my course first. The idea for tonight is that we eat a 3-course meal and rank each meal out of 10. A different person prepares each course, and whoever has the highest score out of 20 is the overall winner. I don't even think there's a prize. Maybe just pride. That's more than enough for me. Lane dips her hand into the bowl and pulls out a small piece of paper. Dessert! Oh, you bitch! Sal screams. Clearly, she had planned to be the one making the sweet treat. Sucker. Everyone knows you need to be ready for any event. Hence why I've got a meal planned for each and every course. You can never be too prepared. Joke's on her. All right, Grumpy Pants, you're next. Lane gently passes over the bowl of truth. Considering it's a complete monstrosity, we really do take a lot of care whilst moving it. May look ugly as hell, but it holds sentimental value, and you really can't put a price on memories. Whatever, we all know I've lost now. Sal huffs, stuffing her hand angrily into the bowl. Starter? What the fuck am I supposed to make for a starter? I have a long list of things I could have made for my starter, but am I going to share my ideas? Absolutely fucking not. That sounds like a you problem. I pout playfully over the rim of my glass, sipping up the way too strong margarita. Jesus, I guess we're getting drunk tonight. Okay, girlies, let's break up this cat fight before it begins, shall we? Hermione perks her ears up at this. I'm not sure if it's because she's offended or just because she responds to cat. Wills, that means you've got the main. Sal, I would start cooking if I were you. Not to put a clock on you or anything, but I'm getting hangry. Sal just scowls at me and grabs a cookbook off the counter. When we first moved in, our collective cooking knowledge could probably fit on one side of a napkin. My cooking expertise only stretched to Argentinian dishes my abuela taught Everett and I when she'd fly out and visit. Since we didn't really have any links to our Argentinian heritage after our mom died, our abuela took it upon herself to teach us Spanish, teach us about Argentina's history, and teach us how to cook some staple dishes. My boga a la parrilla kills and carbonata criolla could bring any human to their knees, but we couldn't just eat Argentinian every night. Hence the massive stack of cookbooks we've collected over the years. There are a few beginner's guides, a few Argentinian recipes, a heap of Indonesian cookbooks Sal's dad gave us, and even a dozen Irish recipe books that Lane asked her mom for. We've got a whole heap of different cultures of food mixing up in our kitchen. It's probably my favorite thing about being in college. If I didn't come to college, I never would have learned how to make Indonesian satay or an Irish stew. We're going to get a head start on the drinking. Oh, how about we play Battleship? Lane skips over to our couch, throwing her body down on the L section. Yup, we have an L-shaped couch. How in the hell did 3 broke college students afford a couch like that? Well, Sal's family is fucking loaded and gave us their old one as a gift. I feel like I don't say this enough, but I adore her parents. They're literally the cutest. Or we could play Drunk Battleship, I suggest, lowering myself to the floor and pulling Hermione onto my lap. I like the way you think, Kennedy. I wink at her and start to stroke our little princess. Hermione truly is the best kitten. She's cuddly and sweet to us 3, but rude and slightly fierce when it comes to strangers. And she's already learnt to go potty in the litter tray. She's a true genius. I knew that naming her Hermione would fit. My little kitten is a genius, just like the character that she's named after. Plus, I fucking love Emma Watson. She's one badass lady. So, how's the internship going? I set up the playing board, whilst Lane pours us both a very full glass of margarita, and answer her. Pretty good so far. The guys are all super nice and welcoming and really funny. I'm having a lot of fun so far. It's all just so chilled and relaxed. I've only taken a few candid shots of them in practice so far, though. Mostly pictures of them messing about and laughing at each other in the gym or dragging one another round on the ice. They're a weird bunch, but they're all super close friends, and it's actually really cute. And it provides me with some great chemistry. You can literally feel their bond through the lens. Lane just nods along, placing her little ships along her side of the board. I haven't even attempted the one-on-one shit yet. Just thinking about individually photographing them and asking them stuff like, "Who is your biggest inspiration?" makes me feel physically ill. I just can't believe I let the editor-in-chief convince me to write a piece on them. It's way, way out of my comfort zone, you know? She takes a sip of her margarita before replying. Willow, I get that you're uncomfortable asking people deep questions because you, personally, struggle to open up. But maybe these guys find it normal. I mean, they have college sport reports down their throats after all their games, right? They probably won't find it uncomfortable, and if they do, hopefully you're approachable enough for them to mention it. She laughs at the end and motions for me to place down my ships. As I strategically position my battleship and carrier, I think about her words. She might, shock horror, be onto something here. Those boys don't seem fazed by anything, not my camera, my pure, awkward first introduction, or even my horrible singing. They obviously don't scare easily, that, or they don't find me strange. Does that make me actually really normal, or them super, super messed up? But there are more pressing matters at hand, she sings, stealing Hermione from my feet. Are there any cute guys on the team? That sly little weasel. Jesus, Lane, really? They're all my brother's teammates. It'd be super weird. Let's pretend that saying that sentence out loud totally didn't make a small part of me die. Nope, not at all. Ooh, forbidden fruit. Even hotter. Seriously, Wills, any hotties that have caught your lustful gaze? You worry me? Truly, you do. Go see a therapist. I'm not fucking joking. When was the last time you got any? Oh, fuck me. How embarrassing is it that I genuinely can't remember and will have to count the cobwebs that have formed in my vagina? On a scale of 1-10? Right, math time. Well, I met my ex-boyfriend Dominic in the March of my sophomore year. We were together for a little over 13 months until I caught him fucking the living daylights out of his best friend's girlfriend in the backseat of her car. Yup, it was a double yikes moment. Definitely made me do a double take. Kind of like a, oh holy shit, my boyfriend is cheating on me. Then followed by a, well fuck, not only is he cheating on me, but he's also fucking his best friend's girl. I, obviously, broke it off with him immediately. That was in April. Then I went into hiding for most of May, June, and July. Then Ev and I headed to Minnesota for summer break. I didn't bother with trying to find a rebound over the summer. I was staying in my family home with my dad and overprotective twin brother, as if I could bring a guy back for a quick little sexy session in my childhood bedroom. So I guess that means the last time I got any was April-ish. It honestly could have been March. Before the whole cheating incident, I was pretty upset with Dom anyway. He was constantly texting random girls and showing up at my front door all drunk and horny. Every damn time he knocked on that door at 1 in the morning, he'd just keep on repeating, "I did something bad, I'm sorry. You wanna fuck now?" No, Dom. I don't wanna fuck. Right after you've told me you've done something bad. So I guess that means I haven't gotten any for about 7 months. That's not too bad, right? About 7, maybe 6 months? You know it was a bit rocky with Dom near the end? I whisper his name, knowing full well that if Salma sniffs it out, she will go on a full rampage. She punched him round the face when I told her about the cheating. Then she slashed his tires. Ugh, gross, hate him. But girl, 7 months? She puts Hermione on top of her head. Don't ask. It's not too bad, but you should look into going on a few dates. Maybe break out some lacy panties, get all dressed up, and knock the socks off some dude. What the hell has my life come to? Now I'm taking dating advice from my socially awkward friend? Kill me. Unfortunately, no one has really caught my interest. I trail off at the end for no fucking reason. It's 100% true. No one has piqued my interest romantically, I swear. I smell bullshit. Look at you, all rosy-cheeked and awkward. You like someone. Fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck off. No, nope, no, nuh-uh, no way. So very, extremely, super, really, not true. Which version of no was one too many? As if. Hermione is now sitting on her lap instead of sitting on her head. I won't force you tell me anything, but you know I'm here, right? Sly bitch. She knows damn well that I can't resist that line. It's like physically impossible. Ugh, fine. But you have to shut up immediately because it's super off limits and All right, ladies, your first course is ready. Sal appears in the doorway, her apron in disarray, and a line of flour is swiped across her forehead, but she seems pretty cheerful. That's a good sign, unless she's actually just poisoned our food. Oh, damn. Guess I'll have to tell you some other time. I pout at Lane and grab my empty margarita glass. You're the devil, Willow Kennedy, I hear Lane mutter, whilst I skip into the kitchen/dining room. After a surprisingly delicious starter of chicken satay, thanks to one of our Indonesian cookbooks, and at least another 3 glasses of margarita and 1 fireball each, it's my turn to get cooking. Lane and Salma decided to stay in the kitchen with me, so now they're blasting music through the speaker and passionately arguing over what is the best post-breakup song of all time. No, no, no! You guys are WRONG. The best breakup song to scream in the shower is obviously Broken Hearted Girl by Queen Bee herself, Salma defends. Bitch, what do you know about screaming breakup songs in the shower? You and Reese have been together since, what, the 3rd grade? Lane snickers, flicking a breadstick at her. The best breakup song is Love the Way You Lie, Eminem and Rihanna. I dare you to argue. She picks back up the breadstick she just flung at Sal's head and chomps down on it. Classy. You guys are forgetting about a key creator of breakup song, Taylor Mother-fucking Swift. I wash and dry my hands and head over to our speaker. These girls clearly need to be educated. Sure, there are thousands of breakup songs that you can cry to and have an emotional meltdown to, but there are only a handful of songs you can scream out when your heart is weighing you down and your face is puffy from tears. So I switch on the one song I know almost every girl in the world has sung post-heartbreak. I remember when we broke up, the first time saying, "This is it, I've had enough." 'Cause we hadn't seen each other in a month. When you said you needed space, what? Lane and Sal's faces light up in recognition immediately, both of then topping up their margaritas and getting out their seats to dance. They scream the next verse, Salma slurring out a few words due to the 7 margarita glasses she's polished off. For Christ's sake, Sal's a elementary education and teaching major, and she runs on alcohol and coffee. Personally, I wouldn't trust her with my child. My roommates scream some more of the lyrics and start to jump and glide around our relatively small kitchen. I can't join in with their sloppy dance moves and screeching voices because the stove needs my attention, stupid fucking cooking. I may not be heartbroken anymore, but I could still do with a good scream and slightly tipsy dance. We are never, ever, ever getting back together. We are never, ever, ever getting back together. You go talk to your friends, talk to my friends, talk to me. But we are never, ever, ever, ever getting back together. Ever. We scream the lyrics at the top of our lungs, absolutely earning ourselves a noise complaint. However, as my roommates waltz around the room, I stay at the stove and just sway to the music. I can't leave my food unattended. This has to be perfect. This may just be a game for those 2 idiots, but Sal scored a solid 17 out of 20 for her starter, and I refuse to get lower than the woman who only planned out her dessert. I just can't allow that. Not only would it hurt my pride just a little, it would also make Sal think that she doesn't need to prepare for anything, which, in turn, will probably end up fucking her over when midterms come along. Luckily, because of my internship, I don't have to screw with any midterm papers or final exams. My work from my time with the Wolverines will go towards my final grade. Thank fuck for that. As the song comes to a close, Lane hops up onto the countertop and stirs the straw of her margarita. She's about to stir some shit like she's stirring that motherfucking straw. I can sense it. Sal, I think you'd be very interested to know that Miss Willow Kennedy has a little crush. Bitch, shut the front door. No fucking way. Sal grabs another pitcher of margaritas from the refrigerator as she gawks at me. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I never said crush. In fact, I never said anything. It was all Lane making some way off guesses. You didn't need to say anything. It was smeared all over your flushed cheeks and shit-eating grin. You can't hide from the truth, Wills. Oh, for fuck's sake. I'm dying over here. Willow, just tell us whose brains you want to fuck out, and no one has to get hurt. Sal points to my favorite blanket, just chilling over one of the dining chairs. She wouldn't fucking dare. Okay, first of all, that's not funny at all. I am not amused. And second of all, there is seriously no one. Lane's just delusional. Ooh! Lane makes a weird, devilish sound that can only be described as part whine, part groan, and part ugh. I am not delusional. You were literally just about to tell me when Sal came and got us. Thanks for that, by the way. I was about to get the inside scoop before you butted in. You were going to tell Lane and not me? Nah, that's shady as shit. Your blanket is so going in Hermione's litter box. Sal makes a grab for my blanket, but Lane pulls her back. Not yet. We need to keep it hostage until Miss Secretive decides to spill. Sal just nods at her in understanding. Then they both move, completely in sync, may I add, so their arms are crossed defensively. This is so unfair. The microwave pings, reminding me that I still have a meal to cook. My best friends just stare through me, the silent treatment being the method they've decided to go with this evening. A good choice. I hate being ignored, and they know it. Proper, sneaky, and dirty move. Oh my God, you guys, it's literally nothing. They smile at my surrender, but carry on the silence. Can I tell you whilst we eat? I need to focus on winning. It's not necessarily a lie. I do need to focus on winning. But I want to avoid this conversation more. I'm not really looking forward to tell my best friends that a certain team captain is super funny and super sweet and super duper hot and takes up brain space I usually reserve for fictional characters only. The real question is, do I have a crush on Tate Mother fucking Wilder? Honestly, no. I don't know the man. I don't know his favorite color, favorite holiday, favorite meal. I don't know when his birthday is, what his family is like. I don't know where he's from, where he was born and raised. I don't know anything but his name, age, major, and some extra hockey crap. How can you crush on someone you don't know anything about? I just think that he's caring and fucking hilarious and actually a real gentleman. I also think that he's one hell of a hockey player, but that much is obvious. And, of course, he's hotter than the fucking sun. But he could secretly be massive tool for all I know. Oh, fucking hell. I almost forgot the most important thing I know about Tate Wilder. He's also best friends with my twin brother. Yikes. That is quite clearly a recipe for disaster. A recipe that will wreak absolute havoc and set a whole building on fire. And I really can't handle getting burnt again. What about Zara Bentley? Logan asks whilst we stretch out on the ice. Yeah, that's a no-go. I kinda slept with her last year and then refused to give her my number after... Grayson, you fucking idiot. Zara's best friend is the really hot one I want to take out. Zara was my only way in. Holden whines, slapping Gray's ass with his stick. The sound rings through the rink. All right, no Zara. What about Weston Lambert? He's fun at parties, right? Logan's birthday is on Saturday, and he's only just decided that he actually does want a party. I think it has something to do with his girlfriend forcing him to celebrate in some way. She loves a good party, and she also loves low. It's like a 2-in-1 for her. So now we're talking about who to directly invite as we complete our post-training stretches. And by directly invite, I mean the people he'll send a message to, and then those people will spread the word and rope their friends into coming too. That's just how college parties work. Yeah, no Weston either. We went on a date before summer break, and it did not end well. Gray mutters sheepishly, still rubbing where Holden had attacked him. Wow, Hastings, quite the heartbreaker, are we? I chip in, shoving him playfully towards Reese. As if we didn't already know that. Did you see the sad puppy that left this morning? Poor girl was on the verge of tears, Reese adds, hitting Gray upside the head. Grayson and Holden are our resident fuckboys. Reese and Logan are both in committed and loving relationships. And I just do what I want when I want to. Very hit and miss. And Everett falls somewhere in between Gray, Holden, and myself. Whilst we're striking names off the list, can you just put a big red cross next to Dawn Miller, Althea Barros, Eshi Keita, and Oakley Callahan? Holden asks, giving Logan a look of complete innocence after he just listed off women he's scorned. What a bunch of fucking morons. Oh, fuck, and don't invite Riley. I can't deal with her shit right now. My plea earns an eye roll. Yup, I'm a total hypocrite. Although, in my defense, I never upset Riley. She's just batshit crazy. Jesus fucking Christ, can none of you keep it in your pants? Reese laughs, finding a lot of amusement in the long mental list of no-nos Logan is having to make right now. What about you, McAllister? Any dirty little secrets you want to keep hidden from Salma? He retaliates. Personally, I find this pretty funny. Reese McAllister is many things. A fucking genius and massive dickhead to name a few. But he's also the most loyal man I have ever met. Him and Sal have been together for years, yet not once have I heard him talk about another woman, look at another woman, or even breathe near another woman like he does with Salma. It's true love, That much is clear to any and every person that pair meet. So, yeah, I find it a little funny that Logan is joking about Reese having a side piece. He does not feel the same. Oh, you are such a little shit. Reese and Logan's bickering comes to a halt as Everett glides over with a tired-looking Willow, shoving his body as she skates over too. Well, fuck me on a Thursday morning. Willow skating over here, that is the hottest thing I have ever seen in my entire life. I'm a fucking idiot. As the twins come to a stop near us, I notice that Willow looks a little worn down this morning. Her eyes don't seem as bright. Her hair is piled on top of her head in a messy bun, and she isn't wearing that minimal makeup she usually does. Her outfit isn't too slobbish, just some loose-looking blue jeans, an extra-large t-shirt, paired with a black puffy coat and adorable mustard-colored beanie. Damn. Were we not invited to the mothers' meeting? What's going on? He asks, eyeing us all up. It probably does look super weird, us all just standing in a circle practically gossiping. We're trying to cross off the amount of people that can't come to the party because these idiots have fucked them over, literally. I take the liberty of answering him. Willow doesn't need to know that one of those people on the no-no list is thanks to the idiot living in my body. She snickers at me and then chips in. Well, you might want to cross the entire women's swim team off the guest list. Ev fucked quite a few of them over. Everett sticks his tongue out at her, but nods his head at Logan dejectedly. It was a, I hate to admit this, but Willow is right, kind of nod which just makes her smile smugly at him. Jesus, okay. So far we have no Zara, Weston, Dawn, Althea, Eshy, Oakley, Riley, and the entire fucking swim team. Good going, you guys. Logan does not seem pleased. Fair enough. I mean, this is his party, and all our previous hookups are kind of making his job difficult. I do feel bad for him, but at the same time, not really. I get Gray and Holden trying to avoid people they've scorned. In fact, I'm doing the same thing by banning Riley from the party. What about the football team? We feel like doing some charity work? Reese suggests, smiling brightly at Willow, like he knows something the rest of us don't. He probably does know multiple secrets about Willow that the rest of us don't, Everett included. They've gotten super close over the years, so it makes sense. Willow just scowls at him and makes a gesture of gagging before both of the twins reply simultaneously. Fuck no. Well then, I guess the football team aren't invited. No complaints here, they're all fucking idiots. Willow, you got my text right? Logan asks, quickly steering the Kennedy twins away from the angry road they're driving down. Fucking hell. Logan has her number, and I don't? I really feel like I should just grow some balls and ask her, only as a friendly gesture, of course. Dumb fuck. Yeah, I did. She smiles brightly at him. Sal, Lane, and I are really looking forward to it, although just thinking about alcohol right now makes me feel sick. Everett laughs at his sister, but then deserts her, dragging Grayson away with him for a skate-off. A bit of an unfair match if you ask me. Hastings is a goalie. He's not made to be ultra-fast. Little hungover, are we? Holden teases, pouting at a now scowling Willow. Seems like you girls had fun last night, although the picture you posted looks like pure chaos. Logan chips in. Jesus, he follows her on Instagram too? Why the hell didn't I think of that? What the hell was that on your head? It looked like some kind of bowl, but it was far too fucking ugly. Willow slaps a hand over Holden's mouth. Reese snickers at the death glare she's sending and mutters, "Good luck, buddy," and skates off toward Coach Maddie. Do not speak ill of the bowl. It's worth more than your entire life. Are we clear, Zhao? Jesus, holy fucking mother of shitting holy cow. 2 things. Number 1, HOT. Number 2, she's so scary. Wow. To answer the question you asked before rudely insulting a piece of art, that is the bowl of truth. I got crowned with her last night after I won the cook-off. Cook-off? I need to get in on this action. I seriously can't handle being left out the loop. I also need to follow her on Instagram. Immediately. Willow's eyes soften as she looks at me. Oh, fuck me ×2. Yep. Sal, Lane and I had a slightly drunk cooking competition last night. I bagged myself the glorious score of 19 out of 20, so I got crowned with the bowl of truth. Is it just me that thinks all twins are weird? Like, Willow and Everett are two of the sweetest people I know, but they're fucking freaks. I swear don't understand half the shit that comes out of Ev's mouth. And Willow, well, she thinks that what she just said makes sense. It does not. You can't convince me that it's not a twin thing. I've never met a stable pair. Willow's phone starts to ring, effectively cutting out my twin theorizing. Oh, it's my dad. I should probably go and call him back. She trails off, switching her eyes from her phone screen, then directly back to me. I'll see you guys on Saturday then? Oh, Logan, is it cool if I bring my camera? I promise I won't take photos of any of you guys throwing up in the sink, she asks hopefully, tugging her puffy coat tighter around her body. Yeah, that's cool. Come find me when you get to ours. I want you to meet Ashton, properly this time. He scolds her as she skates backwards away from us. Willow gives us all a little wave, throws me an extra smile, and calls for Everett to drive her home. Then, just like that, she's gone. Now she's out of earshot. I can ask my burning question. What the fuck was that? You were being all nice and polite, and even told her to come find you. Dude, are you ill or something? I press the back of my hand to his forehead, and he just swats me away like a fucking fly. What's the problem? I like her. She's actually pretty cool. Holy mother of God. He likes her? Logan Romano, the same Logan Romano that took a whole year and a half to warm up to me, just said he likes another human being. Don't get me wrong, Lo's not a dick like Holden or Grayson. He just fucking hates people. As long as I've known him, he has never ever warmed up to a newbie so fast. Sure, he somehow managed to snag himself a girlfriend. Fuck knows how he did that. But him and Ash were friends for 2 years before they got together. Willow's only been interning with us for what, a week? That's only 7 fucking days. And she's somehow managed to turn Romano into a man who tolerates people? Fucking disturbing. That's what it is. Lo, I'm fully aware that she's pretty cool. I'm just shocked you've already warmed up to her. He just scoffs at me. Maybe it's because she's hot? Holden interjects, his stupid comment earning him a jab in the ribs from Logan. He's already protective over her? Fucking hell. You do realize that I have a girlfriend, right? You do realize that you still have eyes, right? Holden mocks right back. T, back me up here. Willow's super good looking. You can't deny this shit. They both stare at me intensely. And in all honesty, I'm petrified they'll see right through me and find out that, yeah, I do think Willow is good looking. Wait, screw that. I think she's beyond beautiful. So beautiful that I know when I catch sight of her all dressed up for the party, I might just cry. Cry and then burst into flames, of course. I need serious help. I mean, she's Ev's twin sister. So... That wasn't a fucking answer, Tate. They both carry on staring through me. This time, like they actually are searching for the gut-wrenching attraction I feel towards one of my best friend's twin sister. Someone shoot me. As if the heavens and the God I don't believe in heard my prayers, my ringtone cuts through the tension I've created for myself. I look down at my lock screen, silently begging the device that it isn't just some cold caller. Thankfully, a picture of my sister Blair and I, from when we were younger, fills the screen, the FaceTime call coming from baby Bee Bear. I might not say this enough, but I fucking love my sister. Yikes, sorry fellas. Little sister is FaceTiming. Got a dash, I'm afraid. See you at home. When I tell you I sprinted away from Logan and Holden's penetrating gaze, I actually mean I skated off the ice as fast as my legs would take me and made a break for the locker room in record time. I return Blair's call the second I've changed out of my gear, a way happier Tate, making an appearance now that I've escaped that situation, and get to talk to my baby sister. Hey B, my sister just scowls at the screen. What the fuck is wrong with you? She asks, her eyes narrowing into slits. Well, I start, walking out of the locker room and down the corridor. How much time do you have, baby B? That's one loaded question.